What's up, everybody? Mancave Dave in Michigan here with a pickups video. Today is Wednesday, July 8th, and this is some stuff I've gotten over the last couple of weeks. My last video that I showed off Voltron, I mentioned that I had a few things from the 4th of July weekend and before, and so this is it. And it actually looks like more than it is, but it's a pretty good load of stuff. Unfortunately, it's not a lot of old stuff, which I'm definitely noticing that is a lot harder to come by. In fact, I might have mentioned this in one of my previous videos. I have yet to come across a Nintendo 64 in the wild when I'm out rummage sailing. I did have a chance to buy a couple from a guy earlier this year, which was, he happened to have some in the storage area. But other than that, nothing. But anyway, let's dive in and take a look. Went to a rummage sale and asked if they had any gaming stuff, and they mentioned they had a PS2 that worked. At least, you know, they said it worked. So PS2, 3 controllers, all the cords. There's actually more games than this, big sports games, people. So we got NBA Street Volume 3, Vegas Games, Siphon Filter for PS1, NCAA Football 2004. Well, you can read these. A lot of basketball. There's actually a few more that came with it that got mixed in with another box of games to be resurfaced. So anyway, 30 bucks is what I gave for this. If the PS2 works, then definitely a good deal. I have a feeling PS2s are already kind of hard to come by, at least a lot trickier to come by than what they used to be. And with GameStop taking them, I have a feeling they're going to be even trickier in the future. This was kind of a bummer. I had left a message or a number at a rummage sale where I bought a Game Boy Advance, and the guy's like, yeah, we know this kid that we buy some games from. He has a GameCube and some games. He'd love to sell them. So went back a little bit and took a look through his games. Basically decided I was going to buy all the GameCube games. He wanted like $5 a pop. He also had this, GameCube cords, a Wavebird receiver, and 2 memory cards. No controllers, unfortunately. So altogether, he wanted about 75 bucks. I was like, how about 60? And so he thought that was okay. So here's the games that came with it. These are the ones that should work fine. A couple of them have been resurfaced, but they look brand new. So Journey to the Purple Planet, Dora, SpongeBob SquarePants, Battle for Bikini Bottom, WWE, WrestleMania 8, Cars, Monster House, The Sims, and the Polar Express. Actually, this one was from a road sale across the street. It was 50 cents. Now, these are the ones that I really wanted, and this is what I did the pricing on. Unfortunately, all of these have a little bit deeper scratches. Mario Golf, Toadstool Tour, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and this one, it looks like the manual has been cut, and so that's very unfortunate. Mario Party 7 and Super Monkey Ball. But even after resurfacing, I don't know if it'll focus in, you can see there's a scratch in the upper side and in the lower side. So I'm going to try that one out and see if it works. These other ones have a bit deeper scratches, or you can see it catch the light. So if anybody knows any tricks for fixing deeper scratches, please help a brother out. Let me know, because that was really unfortunate. So hopefully that works. Otherwise, that'll be one of those chalk it up to, oh well. That's how it goes. Let's see, what else we got here? This is some stuff from a rummage sale. Not great games, but ones I didn't have. They were cheap. So we got Driver for $1, American Pool 50 cents, Pro Pinball 50 cents, Dave Mirra BMX 75 cents, Pro Fishing $1, All-Star Baseball 2004, and Super Trucks Racing 75 cents. So I mean, those prices are so cheap, and you know, basically games that aren't really my type, but that cheap, I might as well add them to the collection. Next, we have some stuff from my favorite store that's going out of business. They've been open for 30 years, the Record Rack in Escanaba, Michigan. And so I had to stop by there before they went out of business. So everything they have is at least a couple bucks off. So this is some stuff I picked up for PS3 Bladesman, or Blade Storm, Bound by Flame, again for the DS. Anytime I can find Nintendo games that aren't necessarily made for little kids, might be a little bit scary, I usually pick them up for the newer systems, just because it tends to be more of a family-friendly system, and these games can be a little bit harder to find. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Zombie Ninja Pro-Am. For the PSP, we got Star Wars The Clone Wars, Republic Heroes, Steel Horizon, Battlefront 2, Samurai Warriors 2 Empires, and for the Wii, King of Fighters Collection, the Orochi Saga, which I'm a big Orochi, Samurai Warriors, those kind of games fan. This is different, it's a fighting game, but still kind of cool to have and add. Next, from a thrift store, these are $1, NCAA Final 4.99, Cabela's Monster Bass, Need for Speed Pro Street, and this one, really bummed, it was $1, Dukes of Hazzard, Return of the General Lee, in really great condition. This can be a $20, $30 game. Unfortunately, this one I'm going to have to throw out the manual, it's all moldy. The game looks good, so hopefully it works. Had a chance to go out to California. That's where I got the Voltron that featured in my last video, and then my best friend Adam came out from Arizona, picked me up, and got to hang out with him. So we went to some thrift stores and some stuff out there, flea markets, found some great games at a flea market, went up, asked the guy how much they were, and I'd seen this in some of your guys' videos, especially those of you who live out that way. Couldn't believe it. The guy's like, oh, those are on eBay. Took them right out of my hand and put them, elsewhere. He's like, but you can bid on them on eBay. I was like, I go to flea markets for good deals. I'm not bidding on your games on eBay. And we walked away. I was so mad. Anyway, some stuff we got. I don't even remember how much this was. Sega controller. It's kind of crazy being from Michigan and Wisconsin before that. In Arizona, there's these sales that just go on forever. And so there's just these bins out in the desert, and you'd go and you'd rifle through them. So I got a Sega power adapter, and no prices. And the guy's like, how about $5? I was like, how about $2? So $2 for that. Got an N64 controller for $5. Needs a new thumbstick, but again, harder to find. An Xbox 360 AV cord. I think I paid a quarter for this, or 50 cents. And these games were $1 a piece. SSX Tricky and Dynasty Warriors 2. Didn't have that one, so glad to add it. Then we went to a GameStop, picked up these for the Vita, Deception 4, Blood Ties, The Guided Fate, Paradox, Time and Eternity, Tales of Xillia 2, and Cross Edge. I don't really play RPG games. I love the artwork on them though. So, and they do tend to be a bit more collectible over time. Although PS3 has so many, I'm not sure how that value will hold, but I went ahead and picked them up. Alright, next over here, some stuff from rummage selling this last weekend. I went out with my dad and with the whole family for a little bit. These were 3 for $5, Rock of the Dead, NBA, or 2K Sports, NBA 2K10, and 2K Sports, Major League Baseball 2K10. Got a Game Boy Advance, no battery cover, 2 games, Tom and Jerry, and Wendy Every Which Way, which is a little bit harder to find game. So $5 for all that. These are handy. They're timers. You plug stuff in, lights and stuff. So if you're headed out of town, your lights come on, makes it look like you're around. So got a couple more of those. This was a great find, Dark Tower. This is a game from the early 80s that if you have a complete one that's working, sells for $150, $200. This one needed some cleanup in the battery area. It's working, but I need to replace some lights. And so hopefully it's all there, but even incomplete, it's worth probably $50, and I paid $1 for it. So that was pretty awesome. $1.50 for Harry Potter. And this, early Harry Potter books, hardcovers, especially first editions, first American editions, worth about $10 or so. I paid 50 cents for this book, so I have it. I'll put it online and make a few bucks off it. Not very exciting, but got an ink cartridge, brand new, for my printer, so rather pay $2 than 15 or 20. Excuse me. And a Sega game that I didn't have, NHL 96, which is complete. Some other stuff. This is cool. For the PS2, Real World Golf comes with the game. The game is actually still factory sealed, and all the stuff for it. It was $5 at St. Vinny's. For the Vita, picked up Gravity Rush and Dynasty Warriors game. I think they were $15 a piece. These, I didn't know what kind of games they were. I'd never seen them before. What was this called? Super Robot Tazen. So we got 1 and 2. I paid $30 for both of those. I thought they were going to be shoot 'em ups. Turns out they're not, but a little bit harder to find more rare Game Boy Advance games. And for the Sega Saturn, Myst and Tomb Raider. Price $4 for this one, $8 for Tomb Raider. I had them loose but not complete, so now I have them complete. So Rebecca, if you're watching this, I have a couple of Sega Saturn games that we can make a deal on. And then this, 3 girls games, not too exciting, but we got Barbie, Magic Pegasus, Cinderella, Magical Dreams, Lizzie McGuire 2. But the price was 10 cents. And all the manuals and paperwork, so 10 cents for 3 Game Boy Advance games, even if they're girl games, little girl games, I'll pick them up. Another sale, lens cleaning pack, I think it was 50 cents. And a bunch of earplugs. I go to a lot of concerts, so $1 for a bunch of earplugs, great. Now this other stuff, I wasn't sure on, but I decided to go ahead and go for it because I think I can make a little bit of cash off it. So this is craft stuff. We got a bunch of miniatures. This is 50 cents for this bag. Miniature garden tools for $2. Again, just full of miniature rakes and shovels and that kind of stuff. Little brooms for $1. And these are cool. They are wooden balls. And so altogether, I spent, I think, $10 on all of that. There was an older woman who, her and her husband did a lot of crafts. He passed away. She just wanted to get rid of the stuff. So I think I'll be able to make a few bucks off that and get it out to some folks who can use it. Last but not least, I get my thrifting from my dad. When I was a kid, we'd always go to thrift stores, rummage sales, and so thanks, Dad. I have a lot of fun with it. So this was some stuff he picked up for me, so thanks again, Dad. So a couple of games, Delta Force, Black Hawk Down, and The Incredibles. This under here is just some random Pokemon cards. We don't know a whole lot about Pokemon, but usually wait to get a bunch and then sell them as a lot. It was $1. Some games, nothing super great, but these are getting so hard to find that usually anytime you can pick them up, it's good too. So Hyperzone for the SNES and Populous. And then Rollerball, Puzzle, these were $2 a piece. Battle Chess, and Palamedes for the NES. Some DVDs, the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. I've been watching on Netflix. It's pretty bad, but kind of fun. This is pretty cool. It's the Metal Collector's Edition Volume 1 of Voltron, Blue Lion. Voltron, yeah. So I have all of these on DVD, but not the Collector's Edition. So that's pretty cool to add to the man cave. Some VHS, Transformers the Movie, which is awesome. And then Scorpions Tour. Some Atari games, pretty good find. Fast Food, Frogger, and the big find, Frogger 2 3 Deep, which I actually didn't have, excuse me. So I'm pretty excited to try that out and add it to the collection. And then last but not least, Nintendo Game Boy Strategies. So thanks, Dad. Some good stuff to add to the collection and some other stuff I can help get out to people to enjoy. So I think that's it. As you can see, as I'm looking around the man cave, I have a lot of work that I need to do right now. There's just a lot of stuff everywhere that needs to be sorted and put away. So I was about to say, so this weekend I probably won't go out rummage sailing, but who am I kidding? Of course I'm going to go out rummage sailing. Got to make hay while the sun shines. So I hope you guys are having a little bit better luck than I am. Not that this hasn't been some good luck, but not quite the big scores that I used to get. So from here in Michigan, this is Mancave Dave. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all at the next sale. Take care.